All right, we are back and live at the CAV-HQ Arena, ready for a little SmackDown action. We've got several cameras set up for this. We're going to do our best to let you see all the action as it goes down. So bear with me as we move around. Don't worry about asking questions. We are good to go. We're going to go over the forces a little bit. I just posted them up on the CAV Facebook page. Let me see if I can get these on here right quick so that you can see them. So hold on just a minute so that we can have this here. Bear with me. There we got one, and get the other one here. Okay, so voila, we have forces for you to look at. All right, so on the left, representing Mount Vernon's, we have Todd's force. Is there a particular unit that you are, Todd?
This one's the 19th Regiment Righteous Fire.
The 19th Regiment Righteous Fire from the Malverns. And let's see, what do we got here? Let me see your sheets. It'll be easier for me to look off your sheets here.
There you go.
Each force is 4,500 points. Todd has 3 squads: an attack squad, a recon squad, and a specialist squad. In the attack squad, he has 2 white A's, 2 assassins, and a shadow. In the recon squad, he has 4 razors. This is going to be a sharp one. Ta-da! All right, and a shadow. And in his specialist squad, he snuck a reaver in there for 1 by itself. Okay, so that's the guys on the left side of your screen. On the right side, we have the A-to-E's being represented by Hughes Hefners. What's your unit? Do you have a unit?
No unit.
All right.
Pick your colors and paint.
The A-to-E's are regulars. All right, here we go. We have 2 attack squads and a fire support squad. So a little different setup here. First attack squad are 3 Royal Chieftains and a Highlander. Second attack squad is a Chancellor, 2 Wyverns, and a Pilum. And the fire support squad is a Cyclops, 2 Bishop 2s, and a Javelineer. Now, Hugh did quite a bit of modding, being the mod guy. So let me turn this down just a little bit since I am so close to it. You're probably blowing your ears out. Okay, so there are our 2 forces. I have no idea why they picked what they picked, so we will find out as we go along. Did we decide who's red and who's black?
Yes.
Or who's red and who's green?
Todd is
Okay, so Todd is going to be red forces and Hugh is going to be green forces. We are doing the initiative cards for them, so you probably won't necessarily see them on the game, but we'll tell you what's going on. As far as deployment, we are going to do off-board deployment, so as they move, they'll be moving onto the board. So the first guy that moves will move his first inch to enter the board and then finish out his turns. So you will probably hear them in the background, but I am the one that's mic'd up with James. Say hi, James.
hello, CAV-CON.
So we are here, and we'll be talking you through this. So we're getting ready to start. Make sure you got your beer or your favorite beverage next to you. We're going to go till 2 o'clock, well, about 1:55. So we'll give Chris time to get set up. And once we get going, we'll do some things as we go along. So we're going to take the forces off here. And Hugh, on your screen, Hugh will be to your right. Todd is starting to your left. We'll try to move things around a little bit when everybody's going so you can see what they're doing. And hopefully we'll make it work. Someday we'll get a nice fancy game board with cameras everywhere. Okay, card number 1 is we have a red card. So Todd gets to move first. So we're going to come down here and look at his butt. No, not really. Not yet. He may move it here into the screen. So he's going to be down here on this end. So he has to pick one of his squads, declare what they're going to do, and then do it.
So are we placing?
This, you're moving on to the board.
Reaper.
So that is a move action and 1 inch of movement right there. Well, he ignores light woods, which all of our palm trees are, and rough, which is that. So those are the 2 that worries about.
Now, move 10 inches, so I get double time.
Yep. So we're going to put a double time marker on him. So all he's going to do is just a single move.
Will 1 action come on?
No, that's your action. Your first action is a move, and your first inch is your inch. So now you have a second action. All right, so he is hauling butt. He has the superior mobility SA, which allows him to ignore rough and light terrain and count it as a normal 1 inch of movement. And then he used his double time by moving his full 10 inches move on 1 turn. So he is 2 harder to hit. And that completes that 1 little tiny squad. So next squad is a green. We're going back to Hugh. And it grinds to a halt.
Nope.
Which squad are you moving? The first attack squad with all the tanks are coming.
We have 2 AP, right?
You have 2 action points. You have your first turn. We'll make our logos just a little smaller here so they're not in.
Who's on?
Go over to our other camera, see if that, nope, that one. Bear with us, we're moving. You're not going to see some of Hugh's so much because he's on the far right down there that it was harder to get a camera. And he's got so many fast movers that he'll be up into the battlefield pretty quick. So bear with us as he gets in there. What are you shooting? Does it go through 3 light woods?
Each one of these.
No, the overall base is the deal. So if it goes through 3 of those bases,
Oh, no, it's 2.
okay, so that'll give him another +2.
42.
So the chieftains are trying to fire some max right off the bat. So we have extreme range. .13s for the woods. 1 each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it's an impossible, if the number cannot be rolled, no.
You could potentially
But
get a crit.
no. There's a difference. If there is, the number could be rolled. So if it's 11 or a 12, it is. If it's a 13 or 14, there's never a roll. Okay. If you cannot physically roll the shot, it is an automatic miss. Because if you don't,
Rizzos and
no, if all your modifiers are together, okay, and you cannot get a 12 or less, there is no roll. Okay. Now, if it's a 12 or 11 and I miss, but I roll a crit and get to roll my blaster or whatever, and that gives me the roll, that's a hit. Okay. Because if you let impossible shots roll and count on a crit, everybody's going to be double rolling. You're never going to have shots that aren't going to be rolled for. Okay?
So there was never a shot.
Correct.
So there's no need to check for it.
No. No shot.
So ready for the next card? Unless you want to do it.
Nope, it already declared stuff.
Yep. Red. Next squad for Todd. All right. Let's go back over here to our. Where'd my main camera go? Oh, because I've got that one on.
6 inches from.
What? You're moving on. Yeah.
Okay.
Action 1 is you move, 1 inch of movement. You're on the board, and then finish out your move, and then your second action.
Check.
That's
all right. Bring all 4. So this is a recon squad.
okay. Recon squad with all the razors.
All the razors.
Yeah.
3 of the razors are to. 3 of the razors into.
Ilmarin, we're on our very first turn. Everybody's kind of moving. They're starting to go. We haven't got a winner yet. I haven't told them about the Badger in orbit with nukes. Yes.
Okay, so 3 razors, 2 my razors.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 1.
Okay. So we've got a lot of movement from the razors, and we're going to get a little ECM and a little APA going on here on the board. ECM screws up targeting locks. APA is going to give him pluses to hit. He hopes.
Hopefully.
Make sure any other questions, please ask right away, and we will go. Bring in the Badger for an early upset. I'm telling you, we're going to nuke him from orbit because that's the only way to be sure.
Right.
I have a million bad movie quotes for you today. I possibly will recite the entire Flash Gordon movie. Clytus, what planet do we have today?
What do you mean Flash Gordon approaching?
On the Hawkman rocket cycle. And bad accents. Lots of double time.
Oh, yeah, it's just good.
I think I cut a bunch of them, so you got more. So I hope that's not all.
That's all the ones I fished out.
I need 3 because
We are, and you might see as we go along, we are working on tokens. So I cut up some out of MDF the other night for us to use. These are not the final deal, but that's what they're using. We're going to have tokens down the road. Still trying to figure out exactly what they're gonna, how they're gonna be, but I think I've got the shapes and everything done.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. 2 more double.
Maybe I didn't cut enough.
I've got some of.
We're so good.
I thought those would be a lot of them, so. And green. It's red, green, red, green. It's Christmas around here. All right. We'll see if we still got a camera here. There we go. We're good. Yep, we're good.
Fire
Almost won't
support's
get it again.
moving.
Actually, I'll tell you what you can do, Todd,
Mhm.
is pinch that handle and just come up with it real slow. There, that's good. Okay, now we can see the far edge of the board.
All right.
Now we're good. Don't mind Hugh's belly button. A very, very busy board, Jeff. I piled it in for him. I was trying to screw up all these recon guys. I knew we were going to have a bunch of them. A lot of fast movers. But everybody will notice a lot of the terrain that's come from the Tuesday night show. So you can see I actually got most of it done. I need a sound effect. Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so this is the fire support.
So Hugh's going to move the fire support squad.
Do these up.
Lots of move action going on here. If you're very quiet and listen, you can actually hear the gears in Hugh's head grinding.
I'm gonna pick
All right, look like we're going to have some indirect fire coming.
Now for
Your declaration, new range.
this.
Indirect fire, yeah.
so
And
Mine
your
seemed-
target. Where are you planning on targeting? Thank you, Madman.
Going
Okay,
to the
that's
red.
fine. Just as long as we kind of have an idea of where it's coming.
in
If you need to, hey, James,
Yeah.
use the Overwatch ones here and just turn it upside
oh,
down
I've got
because they're targets. So
and I do believe since my vehicles
Double
are
duty.
not in,
right, the ECM is effective now, and you're a 1, EMC 2, so it's 30 inches. Yeah. So if you're outside that bubble, you're good. Which ones will exactly? When will the tokens be available? Best guess. Probably in the next couple of months. Like I said, the shapes and the designs are done. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to do them in MDF or go into acrylic or something else. There was some pictures last year that I put on the Facebook page of them but they're coming. So they're kind of they've all kind of got their own shapes so that they're easier to know from a distance what they are and so forth. So, and bear with us, we're kind of in tight
keys target lock.
settings
It's,
here, and
that one
EST does not share that spot. Chain fire does. He can.
okay.
Yeah. They get correct. That's what I said. Sorry, my mind kept going on something else. Thinking about a cruise because it's freezing here. No, not really. Even though they're all brought parkas.
Okay.
So
The
if-
final strike point.
Yeah, if recon
Does it?
there's
Right.
chain fire.
If he target locks that spot with EST and the guy shooting has a targeting computer, advanced targeting computer, they will get their plus into that roll. But they don't actually get that point.
Clarity
I think so. Or no, I think it does. Where do we have a cheat sheet here? Hold on a minute. I can actually pick one up here off the because we have a download section on CAV-CON and downloads, and you can tell it's been a while since we've all been together playing, so hold on there.
It's changed our pod. Or that's bishop. That was
The bishops are.
It would be
Okay, I
strike
figured they
points.
would, fire.
Oh, that's right,
also
because
FCS.
it does
Okay.
not. It does not help because we separate, because APA locks onto models,
Yeah.
not ground.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
that's,
the number.
yes,
Okay.
so you are correct.
All right, so the Javeliner is still
Okay,
to share that with
they're targeting computers to work.
targeting computer. So change from to that spot.
Right, we like to put as much stuff in the way as we can.
Seven would be.
No, they're 14, so
14.
56 is their max.
Okay.
So we're at the
Exactly, Jeff. It's the guy from California that thinks it's like icicles was going to be here.
It was cold. Cold, so I'm good now, but it was cold.
all right. What?
Just roll.
Yeah. Just roll it. If you get a 10, you don't need.
Or if it's a 3, then you don't have to worry about it. So he's rolling for a strike point.
Yeah, well, we got it.
Okay, so we have a successful strike point.
12.
Big a time. He's on there.
Okay, so it's on there.
But now, before you roll,
That will become more important
Are
when we
you-
get rid of the 10 plus, because the critical would get you another D6 roll.
are you going visual?
What is the
Yeah, you should have already declared what you were shooting. So yeah,
well, I'm not salvoing or anything.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on it.
okay.
The only thing that is gonna happen is
Normally we wouldn't be that particular about it as far as making people declare everything, but because we're trying to show everybody,
right. I want to show
yeah, we want
just
we
how
want
I
everybody
do
to
it.
know what's going on and why
So
you're
I've
doing
not
it.
declared anything, so no, we're not gonna be smart. AOE on the Cyclops 2, so on the bishops is 1, so rev it. Off. Not have to roll.
Correct?
So now all it is it's target point rolls.
Okay, so it's,
Yes.
6
This is
plus,
the damage
but
roll. Yeah.
He has double time.
All right, they're figuring up their numbers. They're rolling for. We're seeing stuff here. Hugh did get his strike point, and the guy that made the rolls got chain fire pod, so he is able to share that to the other. And the other models have chain fire pod as well.
Yes.
Everybody has chain fire pod. Then you're good to go. All right.
Yeah, I didn't even have. Yes.
You hit a 12.
Yeah.
All right.
So they're rolling some damage, or rolling to see if they do some damage
All
here.
right. So
Totally gonna rate.
He needs some 8s, high rolls, because the guy does have double time, and that modifier applies to the combat
the
rolls.
Cyclops is on first.
Okay.
So we got 14 coming.
Okay, 4 rocket 15s incoming, needing 8s.
Good one.
Yeah. Out of the 3 hits.
Okay,
You didn't tell them
So that is 11.
All right, so out of the 4, 1 hit with an 11. He needed an 8, so he's 3 over. What is the damage for a rocket 15?
6.
So 6 plus 3 is a 9, your armor.
6.
So 3 over.
3 over.
Yep. And I believe that's a pilot check, isn't it? But you got other people shooting at him, don't you? Yeah, so we'll.
I've got reinforcement.
Well, it does, because it takes the 3 down to a 2. You still take the damage, but that avoids the
So far, you don't.
yeah, that avoids the pilot check. Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, the total after the combat roll and everything, he exceeded the damage number by 3, which would normally be a point of damage and a piloting skill at 6. But because the model has reinforced 1, that drops that damage, or the crit roll, or not the crit roll, the combat damage table down to 2. So he still takes a point of damage, but he doesn't have the chance for the pilot check now. So it reinforced is one of those funny ones that it can help and it can't help sometimes. All right, so now we've got the bishop 1 and the 2s are what are we shooting from each of them? 2 rocket 10s? 2 rocket 10s from each bishop. Need an 8s again. Yep. 2 misses.
Yes.
And 1 hit. Okay?
1 hit with 9.
So 1 over.
Over. Now these are heavy rocket 10, so that's 5.
So 5 and so that's a 6.
Matches.
So 1
Yes. And because reinforce will never reduce it below the right. You're always going to take the point of damage. So Mr. Reaver has taken 2 points of damage in this action already. So everybody's activated, everybody has moved on Hughes, and we're switching to the next one. And guess what? It's green. You get to go again. So Hugh has got to move his last squad now. Got pulled 2 cards in a row. We're waiting to see the appearance of the heavy hitters on both sides. All the little fast guys are coming out. I can't wait to see the Razors get in the middle of the fire support squad.
Now we're going to find out why you brought white. Show us the white.
No, not whites. I brought
He
whites.
got
You
the
brought-
whites.
Oh, Wyverns. Wyverns.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Very similar.
It was a stolen design. They're close to each other.
Scorpion.
Yeah, they're both 8 and E. Come on, guys, give me some more questions. You guys are killing me. We're trying to watch them fight it out.
Is it the
It's opening. Well, but we've got combat already. Turn 1 on a board this busy. That's good.
Yeah.
Not like I built these alleys of.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a couple,
Yeah.
but I don't want to. They'll figure out where they're at. We can get them. We can get them on each end of the alley. It'll be fun watching the Max.
All right. Turns into.
All right, so he's bringing his attack squad on. He's bringing some Wyverns out to probably protect his fire support squad. But we got some heavy hitters over there. A good shot there. That one, yeah. Now, had I got the gantry done with all the various cameras that I got, that would be really cool. As usual, I didn't get everything done I wanted. Can we go back to the overhead camera now that they're in field of view for it? I don't think Hugh is in it yet. Let's let Hugh get moved up a little bit, and I think he'll be. Well, I can look, but I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit. I guess you can see him back there in the corner. So, Hopefully it's not too dark back there.
Chancellor, they moved twice.
So they're plotting he's plotting lots of movement there. The wyverns are coming on, the chancellor's coming on, so Hugh's way back there, so it's hard, I know, to kind of pick him up on the mic. So I'll try to walk you through it.
We're gonna need a EST.
Yeah, some of us are, we're tokened up, man.
I guess. Come on. About to make EST tokens.
Yep. I'm not. I was still kind of thinking about that, but also I kind of thought because I had actually thought of with the Overwatch being kind of a target symbol, just turn it upside down.
Yeah. So my thought is maybe you could make them person who change the target lock, like, and his target also gets the white pair, right? Lock.
All right, Kruger asked a question about Army transport storage options that I posted in Facebook because I didn't want to clog the chat about non-game things. We, as you can tell, with everybody talking over and over and over, that we are clogged up. So that's no problem. Ask any question you want. So what did you ask, Kruger? Go ahead and repeat it here, and then we'll talk about it while they're. All right, so it appears the wyvern has got up high enough to be able to see. I think he's going for the reaver. Correct.
Yes,
And the wyvern is within 24 inches or 30 inches of the guy giving him EST. No, I mean for his guys up there. Yeah. Well, I guess that's true. With the board's only 48 inches wide.
All right, so 30.
What is it? Was the range?
37.
Yes,
Well,
that's
38.
one over. So extreme range. So base roll is 9. It is 11. Did it catch any of the woods? Only if you're within 1 inch of it. Yeah. And he's up in elevation level too. So that's so an 11 is so that takes it down to a 10. So Max is the worst of the numbers, so he's going to roll 9s for everything. Oh, 10s. I'm sorry, 10s. All right, so what we've got here is we've got a wyvern shooting 2 light max and a guided missile at the reaver. He needs 10s for all of them, even though they're 2 different ranges. You always fire at the worst number for the weapons, so the max are going to make 10s for everything. And we have 3 woofs.
We're getting a nice.
That's and Dave, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. That is the best thing to use is put magnets on the bottom of the base, get you the steel cake pans and set them on there. And the other thing that you can do if you want to make sure that you protect them even more so is get like an open storage container, that's like 3 inches tall with the lid. And you can go to like Home Depot or Sutherland's and actually get steel sheets that are real light. They're easy to cut or whatever. lay those in the bottom of that, put your magnet stuff in there, and that way then you put the top on it, protect it and going. Like that. All right, Hugh, wait just a second. We're gonna switch over. Hugh is showing us some boxes here.
This is what I'm transporting.
Or maybe not, because we can't. There he goes. Whoop, go down. Go. No, we need low. There you go. All right, just like that. Those are document boxes that he got at Walmart. They've got a lid on them. They're tall enough for the stuff to sit in there. And like I said, you can go to Home Depot or whatever, get a real thin piece of metal. I mean, it's like flippy. It'll roll. It's easy to cut if you need to. Glue that to the bottom of that. Put magnets on the bottom of your minis. Set them in there. Put the lid on them. You can go everywhere with them. I've seen a lot of people do them. They stack. They'll come walking in with 3 or 4 of those stacked up and have 100 figures in there.
You can also buy the print mag.
Yeah.
Put it in the box.
Yeah. Lots of things you can put in there to make it go. So, okay.
All right, so the waiver.
All right, so Hugh has whiffed that entire attack. So the crowd, oh. All right, so we have, Todd should have the last one to move. All right, so now we're definitely getting the big guys in, the big heavy hitters.
Okay.
No.
Maybe that'll be a good terrain, either a miniatures show for James or a terrain show for me that we can show how to kind of put one of those boxes together.
And several.
And James just said he's got several already done, so he's well ahead of the ball game. And yeah, it's yes, 1 to go up and 0 to go down, but you ignore that if you have superior mobility.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Yep. 1 elevation at a time. Yeah. But we'll see if we can put something together to show you a little bit about on one of those if you want to, or like I said, a lot of people use them. The foam trays work out good. With the minis being plastic and stuff, there's a lot less chance of them damaging anything next to them if they roll or whatever. So it works that way. There's a lot of fancy foam boards out there that you can get, but they can be expensive.
So for mine,
Okay. All right. So Todd's moving his squad on. He's got a couple of guys running for cover for now, but the big guns are going to try to line up for a couple of max shots, a couple of indirect shots. So we'll see how that goes.
we'll see.
Apparently so. I doubled them up even to make a zillion of them. Yeah. Little did I know.
30 seconds.
I need 2 more.
But because of the great design of the shapes, they are easy to find.
They are.
Watch your flank, Hugh. He is coming for a sweep. That's what Jeff just noted. The crowd can see it coming.
No more double time. You guys have to slow down.
It's like a deer in the headlights. He sees it coming and he can't move. By the way, I am willing to rent out the back of Todd's head for $50 for any advertising that you may. Yeah, eat at Joe's. Always, Dave. Always buy lots of minis. Yeah, it's just a way to show that they can't go up to, right.
I was over Cavalier, I'm
By the way, I'm still working on trying to get the local brewery to actually make up some Drake beer, by the way. Hopefully. That'll be cool.
That would be a freaking.
Wouldn't it?
Set it on my shelf.
I got stickers already to make
Yeah.
the labels, so we'll be good. Shave a donut on the back of his head.
now what are those?
I, if you see how this guy's built, I don't think I can get him down.
Oh, no. Master Guns is.
Yes, there's a reason they call him Master Guns. Oh, look who has snuck into the channel.
What?
Salvage Coyote, number 25.
Hey Ross, get
He's-
to painting. Back to painting.
He's come here to see what's going on.
So
So
your Wyvern so
if you get where you want to dial in a little bit, Ross, and give us a little commentary, I can sink
going
you in. Is that a fat joke, Ross?
Both the assassins are going to go with javelin.
Okay, so the whites are going to be macking up on
The Wyvern.
one of the wyverns, and then we've got some indirect fire from the javelineer. From the at the javelineer, from the assassins.
We're going to go with the Wyvern for.
We're gonna after we're good till 2 today, and then Chris will be on, and then James Wapple comes on at 3. So if it gets after 2, then maybe we can get you in tomorrow. They're on what? Oh, okay. Because you know there is no elevation level on woods, right?
48.
That's range.
You're right. You're right.
If it's 48, they can shoot.
40.
49.
That's a no shoot.
Yeah, 49. Yeah.
Let's get an official James ruling on range. Okay. So we had a little range issue here in impotent
That's fine.
Max.
Yeah. One of the models was.
He could not perform. He could not
He
perform.
could not perform.
Extreme range.
Send in the fluffer. Oh, sorry.
Range
He has with
10.
All right, so we got some Max coming in on
Did
10s.
you say you were?
no.
Gotta hit the shot.
Oh, we got some command points being contemplated.
Going for.
And just for it's no biggie, but like that. But you're supposed to declare the
Okay.
command point before you make.
Oh,
Yeah. It adds a +1 to the roll, but yeah. But because here's the thought behind that, James,
yeah,
is
rocket.
as a command point, he is inspiring you or whatever.
Right.
It's not a matter of, oh, you missed. Now I'm going to inspire you. So, yeah, one of the main things everybody should learn as we go along in the game and stuff like that is, especially if you're a tournament game or, you're playing at a con or something, just declare. Everything generally has to be declared before you do it. That way it stops a lot of miscommunication, lots of whatever. So it'd be how many, what's the range though? What was the range? So that's +3, so it's like 9 or 10. Yes, you add for each range band modifier into the drift. So it'll be a +3. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we had a little drift. It got close, but not close enough. All right, what is the point cost of the Kodiak? I don't know off the top of my head. 1,056 is what I'm hearing. Ross, what's the Kodiak points? Ross will have that tattooed on the inside of his arm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Right. So first.
Okay, so you're definitely on target. All right, we're rolling some damage. We had some. Four over. Yeah. It won't matter on this. 4 will go to a 3. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but the Javelineer does have.
He would have needed an 8, so that would come down 2. So you still take the damage, but you do miss the piloting skill.
Now,
yes.
does Vivian do anything for?
Only for direct fire.
It's a direct fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so, but make sure.
The easiest thing to remember those is if it affects the area or whatever. Generally, that goes to the strike point. If it actually affects the mini, or like an armor or something that it has inherently, then it goes to the combat room.
I mean, all 3 of them are Javelineer.
Yeah, just remember with the chameleon that any attack over 18 inches gives you the one harder for them to hit you.
Okay, so it does work.
No, we changed it off the range bands because we got weird numbers because of particle bolt guns. So now it's a range thing. If they are over 18 inches away, you get the modifier. If they're within 8 inches, you don't. No matter what the weapon. And it's only direct fire. So it's only direct fire. Yeah.
Indirect fire, you just.
Yeah,
Right. Technically, he's targeted the ground, and you just got caught in the blast.
Yeah.
So.
You got caught.
That's.
Dave, I'm pretty sure that somebody texted me and said that you need 4. You need 4 Kodiaks. All right, so we're starting a new turn, correct?
Yep.
All right, red. So we are on turn number 2, and Todd gets the first card. So we're gonna have some more movement. We're gonna get closer. Let's go to the overhead on this. I think you'll be able to see a little better. Hopefully, we won't dump a camera. Okay.
All the woods are light, correct?
Everything is light. Yeah, everything is light woods. Chandler says he ordered 8. I'm pretty sure, Chandler, that you told me you were supposed to get like a baker's dozen, 13.
All right, so before I move all the razors, 3 razors.
All right, so the recon squads go on, the razors are advancing. It's like a wall of razors. I think I saw that in a Hellraiser movie, didn't it? Here's the main thing to remember. Anytime you ask me how many you're going to buy, double it and add 2, and that's the number that I'll give you. So technically, you need 18 of them, Chandler. I got 2 kids in college. I need lots of Kodiaks bought. Actually, technically, I have 3 in college. I forgot. I've got one that went back, has gone back. Lots of grinding gears as thoughts are made here. On your screen, you will see the razors are kind of right south of the edge there. Hopefully they'll be coming onto the board there. I know, Chandler, I know you got to keep Brandon stock too. So. That's maybe I should do that. It's a subscription service. Not a bad idea. Jeff is telling Chandler that he needs to electroplate his plastic ones. Oop, we see one on the edge there. The razors are coming into view. I do apologize when stuff is going on and you can't see it on the camera. We're kind of in tight proximity here, and I guess it's actually on the top. Sorry. I need to switch that around. So it's really, really hard for us to move cameras. So I do apologize. All right, now I've got the picture set up right. Those are recon razors, right? So lasers and guided missiles.
4 lasers.
I'm sorry, 4 lasers and ECM on the razors. Okay.
Okay, so razors have moved.
Jeff, we're not going to do decals. Fighting Piranha Graphics does all those. I know we've got some new ones coming. Brian has trying to get caught up on all that stuff. Real life, COVID, everything's kind of affected that as well. So I've talked to him 2 or 3 times, and we're supposed to be getting a restock in. And yeah, I try to keep them in stock here for the basics, just so if you need something to throw in an order to help with shipping, or if you want them together so it works out good. If you only need 1 or 2 decals and that's the only thing you need at the time, then just order them from Brian, because he has the ability just to stick them in an envelope and send them to you. So. Who knows? Maybe we'll come up with a CAV box down the road once we start having regular releases. So I know there's a lot of people have gone to it. I had to order. We've got soap dispensers here, so I had to order some soap through Amazon the other day, and the company that makes the soap actually has a subscription service for boxes of soap every 3 months. So they're working on some shot ranges and figuring things up here. Yes.
Medium range would be close to 100. So you're all at one or more.
Right. Yeah. No. So they've got long range shots with some laser bolt guns, but because they have improved range, it actually drops them down to medium. So that's get a little better number. Yes, Jeff, we'll have a couple of tables at ReaperCon. All right. He's rolling lots of stuff.
These are gonna be all three razors.
Okay, so we have the razors are salvoing with the lasers, so they get like +3s, and this is going to be like this could possibly be something like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, no.
Be prepared. How thin would you like your bread sliced?
Medium range -3 or
You're right.
It's,
it's
yeah,
the same number.
it's a different route, but final destination's the same.
All right, 6. So that's 2 and 4. 3.
5 and a 7.
5.
So the five is reflected, and the 7 is a pointed image.
Not quite devastating.
All right, so I'm sorry to have built up the whole hot knife through butter thing. It actually it ended up being a lukewarm figure stuck in ice cream. Those little dog statues, do they offer cover, or is it rough terrain? They actually are counted as cover. They're if the line goes through them, then they it would block line of sight. Oh, Todd gets the second card too. 2 in a row. Goes the crowd. I need to get some like pew pew, some laser bolt. Next time I will have those. Is that what it is?
So
Ross, if you call in, we need your laser bolt shot sounds on your phone. Dave says he's going to be back in a bit. He's got to go plant some strawberries. This is strawberry planting time.
there you go.
Yeah. Unless you're in California, and they do that year round. And the statues out there are actually, those are Reaper miniature figures that I painted up like that. I believe they're still available. APA. I wonder if there's anybody hiding inside the pyramid base.
Yeah,
Triplicate. Forms are always triplicate times 5. They're figuring up some numbers here. We'll let you know what's going on as you can kind of see from the overhead what's happening. We got a little movement. We got a little shooting. We're coming around the edge. We got us a convoy, rubber ducky. Do 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 do. Jeff tells Hugh to rain death on those guys. Savage Coyote says 2016 it was 2 Starhawk 4s for the Terrans. Ha ha. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I think is
Hugh has modded them up so much he doesn't even know what they are anymore.
So we got APA and a
Oh, you guys are using words again you're not supposed to. We'll let it go. I don't know. Madman says we need to have 2 ogres and 2 emperors come out point blank from the pyramid.
and they both have
We'll see. Well, it's like a little gift box. We'll pull the top off and see what's hiding in there later.
blaster.
Yes. One. And black.
Blaster 2 is 2 tens on
Your extra.
the extra.
Eights.
All right, so we've got some. Sounds like we got some big hits coming through over here. Well, they're figuring damage up right now.
But you're waiting to.
Ooh, 2 points of damage to the wyvern. And a pilot check coming up. Whites are tearing into him.
No.
Woof.
Where's the first white roll?
Ouch.
Yeah,
Double
but then I
crits.
got
So,
and his man.
all right, so they had a good one and then a kind of a whiff.
Extreme. Okay.
Yeah. CAV-CON intervening, right?
See what? If they are in line, if that line goes through a cav, then a line of sight is blocked. Todd is trying to see get line of sights here. Pull out the string. All right. We we have an official ruling from James. As James puts the $20 bill in his back pocket.
All right, so
All it would take is
Wait a
some
minute, you're not
donuts.
buying any more dinners.
Yeah, but you can buy a lot of donuts with $20.
Hey, no more steak dinners for James.
they have
Okay. While they're working on that for a minute, they're going to figure out some damage. We are going to try to get Ross in for a little bit of voice talk here. So hold on a second. We'll see if we can make this work. Ross, if you think I live out in a bad place, Ross puts me to shame. So we're going to see if we can make this work.
We got a pilot check at 7 and suppress. 15 crit.
Ouch. Big crits on the max. All right.
Cool.
So we're gonna see if we can get him in here.
Now, if
It-
automatic,
As long as it wasn't a drift.
no, it was a.
Yeah, if you rolled it and it's there and you get to go again before he's moving, then you already got it.
And your target.
We're gonna see here if we can add in us.
Yeah. Two.
And then we're gonna go back over here and make sure we've got. All right, just a minute. Okay. All right, I think we have you. I can hear you. Well, yeah, you're gonna hear them because of the deal. So, let's check here with the crowd. Can you all hear Ross?
Well, we got
Hey, oh great, now we can.
Maybe.
Commentary.
Hopefully. Oh, wait a minute. I may have you turned down. No, you're there. That's good. No, they cannot hear you. Okay, just a minute. Let me figure out why they can't hear you. I guess they don't want to hear you, Rob. It may be because I opened up Skype after the program and it's not recognizing it.
Finally.
Green. We have a green card. Hugh gets to go. Okay. So trying to think if there's a way I can get you in.
Closer to.
Yeah.
I really.
Let's see if I
Rhyme or
can.
reason.
Let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe it's audio. Try that, add source.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Chancellor's gonna move forward. This
Desktop
lever
microphone. No, that's not going to work.
is going to turn and move this way. Since he can't go forward, he can still go sideways.
Okay, so I don't think I can bring you into where they can hear you without restarting the program. So, but we could. But hey, we can talk. I got you. We're here. I can pass on your little witty little comments. So, but you have nothing. Ross says he has nothing witty to say. So you are missed, Ross. So I know you're sorry. But if you want to get in tomorrow, before we start up, I'll make sure we put it in and you can get in while we're playing CAV ball or something. You live in the middle of nowhere. You have no schedule. But no, we got action going. We got shooting going.
Colors of trust. Right. Says that you basically.
Right. If your movement would decrease the range between you and that guy, then you can't do that.
Even if you can't see him or anything.
Exactly. So what else is going on, Ross? Oh, Ross went and got his second vaccine shot today. Yeah. which screwed up this, which is screwed up the whole weekend, right? Because you were going to be here if it wasn't for that. Yeah. All right. We'll let you off this time. You're painting your Kodiak and putting orange on it right now. What did you think of Todd's Kodiak? Pretty sharp. Yeah, looking good. So he put a lot of work into it last night after he got off the deal. So there's the plug for Master Series paint. Cool. How are the Heinz coming?
Can't get closer to
So put some orange and green on the Heinz. I made the comment last night that you would probably be changing your last name from Heinz to Heinz. Why? You know you love them.
You decided to spend a command point to get rid of this.
Yes. All right. Here, and just a word, just hold on, Sarah. A word of wisdom, because I saw it happen in the tournament and everything like that. If you are planning to use a command point to clear something off, if you can, you want to try to wait to the last moment, because what was happening is people would use a command point to clear a suppressed off of a deal, and then the next squad would get two.
Before they're even...
What do you say?
You would have to spend another command point for guys. So you want to try to wait to the last part. You know, if you have to spend it to let that guy do something, then you're good to go. But if that guy's already gone or whatever, you know more stuff is coming, wait to the last possible point to use it, because I've seen it happen. They clear suppression or a stun, and then they get two other guys suppressed, and then they've already used their points. So what we've got coming in there, guys, is one of Hughes' models. Which one is it? They got suppressed. The Wyvern got suppressed, so that means he's -2 to any roll for an activation, and he can't move towards the enemy. So he wants to use a command point to clear that off automatically. So that's why I was explaining about if you're going to plan it on do that, wait to the last possible moment in the turn to do it, because if you get somebody else that is suppressed or stunned, you already have spent that point and would have to spend another point if available. So that's where that comes from. You've seen that happen, Ross. I did. I saw it in the tournament a couple of times. Uh-oh, they just took the top off the, we see the secret base inside the mountain. Well, Ross, I'll let you go. I'm sorry we didn't make it work perfect. I will make sure that I'll fire it up first tomorrow, and then if we can get you in tomorrow, we'll get you in. Okay. Well, you can always type stuff in here. We're waiting for your little nuggets of wisdom, as Jeff just said. All right, sir. Well, take care, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Sorry, guys. I wanted to get Ross in on the call, and the way that this software works, sometimes if you don't do it in the right order, it doesn't recognize the stuff without resetting it. So we've got Hugh is moving right now. He's got some stuff coming up over the side over there. Let's see if we can see it over there. There we go. Up there in the corner, stuff is coming in close. So basically, the pyramid has become like the Red Sea. It is parting the forces as they go to either side. And you did get a secret look at the inside base, which looked empty. Okay, so let's
The best
let's get some stuff started here. Let's do a giveaway.
for really fast.
We need to do
Just want to verify.
the let's see. We'll do the t-shirt. We want to make sure we give the t-shirt away. Now this is a 3XT shirt. This is just general Drake beer. Let me we're gonna change this here and be all right. Here. Okay. We're gonna save that. And we are going to okay. No, we're gonna do this. Do it.
He's by himself.
Just a minute. we gotta get this going here. Create giveaway. All right, so we'll get that going there. This is a 3X t-shirt. Oh, Chandler's going for the t-shirt. To enter the contest, it's just # t-shirt 1. Put that in there, and we're gonna wait 15 minutes. So we'll give that away about 12:40. So if you're in here, we got a free t-shirt going on. Yep, it's the t-shirt, the green, it's a 3X shirt, the General Drake that James has graciously volunteered as a prize. The 5 viewers that were in here a minute ago are missing out on that. They took off too soon. Well, it is a bigger shirt. It's a gamer size shirt, but I would enter anyway because maybe you want to give it to the wife as a nightshirt or wash the hell out of it. Get it really hot. Maybe you could get it down smaller. It's 100% cotton, so it'll probably shrink. All right, so they're figuring up the hit numbers over there. The Weaverin and stuff are trying to come in there. Wash, says John. Yeah, I know. I put that R in there sometimes. Wash the shirt. I would like to try to say it's a Kansas thing or whatever, but it's not. It's just because I don't pay attention. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Made me feel like shit. I got Ross with fat jokes and you making fun of the way I talk. Ross is painting calves. That is true. Oh, we've got stuff hitting. We've got missiles hitting. We got all kind of stuff going on. Ooh, a light Mac and a medium guided missile just
So the
hit
rad on
yeah,
the-
white. Rockets, red glare. Yeah. This is the only game that we're doing, Gimli. We started this at 11 o'clock, so we're gonna go till 2. That if you have any kind of a rules question, if you're wondering what they're doing at the particular time, actually quite a few points of damage have been done. We don't have anybody dead yet. We are finishing up, or we're in turn 3, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, they're just now kind of getting closing and coming around. There's a lot of cover on here, so.
Same range.
I think we're gonna have some death here pretty quick. I don't think so. I don't think we've had anybody fail a pilot check yet.
Firing out of light woods.
Huh?
So we got one in.
If are you within 1 inch of the edge, then you are clear. You don't have to pay for it. No, I'm sorry. No. Is your base? Yeah, but he's totally. But yeah, but if you to not have to pay the Lightwoods modifier, the center of the base has to be in the woods, but the edge of the base has to be outside the edge. So if you look and there's any part of the stuff between the edge of your base, then he has to pay for it.
The question was, there's between.
Yes, then yes. So he has to pay for that light
All right,
ones.
so medium range.
Thank you, Gimli. I appreciate it.
We will.
I'll have this for sure at ReaperCon and any convention I attend this year. So, and I've got more stuff I'm going to put on it too. This is actually an 8-foot mat, so we've only got a 6-foot table right now. So, well, we have some crits being rolled here for the rolls. Extra damage.
But it really hit.
It hit, but it really hit. Jeff asked me to ask you how much it would cost for you to do a whole squad like you did the Kodiak for him. Do you do commissions? Todd does not do commissions. So it would probably entail more things than money. Yeah, 4x6 is more. This mat that I got in is just an 8-foot mat. So, I mean, I like playing on an 8-foot mat. It gives it. I think it adds a lot more maneuvering space. I actually like putting 2 4x6s next to each other, so you basically have an 8x6. Those are great mats. Great battles. Lots of maneuver room. But those are for ones when I want to play a bigger game and we want to spend some time to. Ooh, 2 points of damage, pilot check, and suppressed on a white, right? Was the white the receiver?
Ammo check.
Oh, was that the white that received that, or a white? Yes. Okay.
He does snake eyes.
Oh, guided missile roll, double ones.
Is it ammo or limited ammo?
Limited ammo, so I can't roll up. No, wait a minute. Limited ammo.
A 1 or a 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
2, you're out. Good.
All right, he passed the ammo check.
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 There's no ammo. It's just the light.
Yeah, sometimes some of them don't have extra ammo
Exact, yeah.
to restock.
Yes, we're done shooting. This squad.
Is it?
No, no shock because he's.
So that's the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
You are really suppressed. Sir, you are very, very suppressed.
Wouldn't have mattered for.
All the marks.
What is what came up?
If they forgot.
If generally the rule of thumb is if you've already applied damage and go on, and it is what it is.
Okay. So we forgot.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can do it however you want to do it, but that's the way we generally call it, because we may spend you're trying to, sometimes guys.
You would still have to do your. Shouldn't have stress.
We changed from.
Yeah, I mean, generally if it's been done and been applied, it
I
stands.
mean, we're trying to teach.
Yeah.
Reducing that.
And basically what happened is they forgot a number in the rolls, but they've already gone through it and applied it all, so it's going to kind of stand. You and your game can do how you want. Generally, when I run games, I go ahead and make it stand at that point, because there's no reason to argue and there's no anything in it. He knew what it was when he got it, so it's kind of your job to make sure that those modifiers goes into your enemy's roll.
We're just gonna go ahead. I feel like we're gonna need them.
They probably will.
We're ready for another card.
Ooh.
We have a green card. Hugh gets 2 cards in a row this turn.
But wait.
The cards giveth, the cards taketh away.
But wait. My recon.
Oh, we have a recon squad push the card to the deck.
Which I've already done.
Yes. And green again.
50.
Oh.
50.
The card gods taketh and giveth.
They give it. I really.
So what happened there is Todd decided to use Recon Squad's ability to roll a card back to the bottom of the deck, and then they flipped the next card over, and it was still a green card.
So for this activation, will be the
Fire Support Squad is coming downtown.
They will. Now.
6 up, let's go.
Yep. They're going to shoot, and we're going to do after.
Okay.
What?
Who?
I'm using my pre.
He's attacking the.
Okay. And that was a rolled for. It wasn't a drift. Right. Okay.
So it was.
Yeah, that we kind of refined that a little bit and did a little bit of deal. Is a drift point doesn't count as a repeat deal, because it was an accident, so you don't get 2 accidents.
Let's do the bishops need. They need 8.
And it is, yeah, you're right, Elmer, and it is going to push. He probably he knows that he's going next. The doctrines will be coming out the new doctrines and the improved ones will be coming out in the rules of engagement.
Okay, so that'll be.
Well, you're very welcome, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you for being with us today.
The second bishop. No.
The big boy.
All right.
What's his AOE?
Typically, no. Typically, we don't use the doctrines in the tournaments. Sometimes we may put a special rule.
Goes from the strike point. Oh, yes.
They're checking an AOE here.
He almost moved it a little too close.
Almost got one.
I intentionally am keeping space in between because I see that damn sideline for an MDF product, right? It's
I
something
thought
to
about
check.
that. I have tried to think of it because a lot of games do the AOE templates for different things like that. I've never seen it done well,
I
and
don't mean a template. What I'm with the is the
Yes.
so you put the point down right point and you can lay the other down.
okay, I'll look at theirs. I know that I've seen a lot of different ways done, and it's got to, for it to work, it's got to be one situation. Anything sometimes the minis are too close or something, you have to move things. Okay, all right, we'll look at it. You can make those AOE. That's what we were talking about, is some AOE templates. James was telling me one that he saw for a game that he thought worked out really good. So we'll look at it. Maybe that might be something we can figure out. So the Reaver just took 2 points of damage from 3 points of damage from the Rocket's red glare.
And what's his?
It goes up to 8.
Matter.
It didn't cause any check. Didn't do that.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
And
Leading him.
that is the biggest thing to remember. And you know, when you play every once in a while, or you get out of practice or whatever, you forget about those things. Make sure to remember the essays that you have there. I know sometimes it seems like there might be too many of them, but a lot of times though they can make a big difference.
I just wanted to make a comment. Very careful. Faces halves out. Really super powerful. Who has not getting like really good job. We had to check. It was fairly close. There might have wandered in
Right.
the blast range. He saved himself.
Yeah. When you've got a lot of rocket guys on there, you've got to figure out what you're going to do quick to.
Your
You see, so long. Those two.
Right. So Hugh tried to use his ECM to block out the APA.
That's easy.
Well, it's an automatic for target point or deals, but okay.
So it popped
Okay.
and killed the dog.
Okay. So basically, we had a little ECM face-off trying to block that, but Hugh missed the roll, so the ECM stays in effect. It says on there. I think it goes to the attacker or goes to the defender. I forget what it says. Yeah, I don't have it here in front of me, so just try not to tie.
yeah, they do.
Actually,
It's
two
red.
ones.
Cycled his.
This card should.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was what was brought up. They were asking about that. Is yes, he still had the green card, but you pushed the next card to the end, and then you knew you were going to get the red. So it did help a little bit. It just kind of a delayed help. Yeah.
Now the finishing.
Yeah. So he may get a chance to run and get out of the way.
Well, I think at this point. On his track.
Yeah, he's a move now. Written off. Damage.
Earthquake! Earthquake!
My bad.
He is from California. Of course, with the way we've been having earthquakes around here, it may have been us. That's fine.
Leave are 8.
I think all autocannons are 8s, I believe.
2, so
We got some rotary autocannons going here. He's trying to. These are little babies, so they needs a really good roller. The crowd gets very quiet.
I like the older version. We can't go with that. Has whip.
Look at some data cards for the Reaver. See what he's talking about.
Target note.
Green card.
Got to be green. We know it's green. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and draw now. So we're going to close our deal. And we're going to draw. This is for the t-shirt. Imagine that. It's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, 4 inch. So you just do that.
Let's see here.
The way it works, you use improved handling, you move more than an inch. An inch you move.
The second here. Right.
Like right, let doing
All right. Congratulations on the t-shirt. It's a really cool shirt. And speaking of, who do you think? Yes.
Oh gosh.
Just bring it.
Tell him that is the only giveaway he is allowed to win.
We limited everybody to one a day.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we told everybody early on, it's one win per day.
So
All right.
he's
Tyler's
the
going
Lamborghini?
to.
Yeah, you're gonna miss the Lamborghini. I'm
he's
sorry.
going to move.
Uh,
We're going
James
to
offered
sit right
to
here.
personally deliver you the
Pop
shirt,
up,
by the way.
shoot.
So I think he's actually got an order in. So,
I just put in the order.
or his brother. I know one of them does at least.
Angle is only pop up. Yeah, so
And if there's a level 3, then he has no line of sight through a level 3. Well,
All right, let's make sure.
if you're on a 1 or a 2 and you're only popping up a level, you're the highest you're gonna.
so 3 levels, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, you can pop up over that level, but I'm saying if that level 3 is in between, so he's on a level 2,
Right.
okay, and
He's at level 2 and he shoots.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening.
Pop up.
Yeah. So there's a level. Now,
both of us ordered a Badger. Well, good deal. I will make sure that your T-shirt is in with your order, sir. Uh, there, we've sold a lot of Badgers. I was more so than I thought they were going to be. So it's going to be, orders may not go as fast out as they normally do because we're going to have a lot of cutting work. But we'll get them out. We'll get it all caught up. The laser cutting. No, actually, I have an industrial commercial unit, so limit wise, we'll be okay there. But it's just a time factor. But we'll get them. We're going to get everything ginning on Tuesday. Monday we're still shut down Monday because we're going to have to reset everything that we've had to push for rooms. So we'll get a good start Tuesday morning. I didn't order a Badger instead. I needed to have my order adjusted instead. Yeah, if you've got an order in and we need to adjust it or whatever, just make sure you email us at either the customer serve or the sales address. And sales goes to Sue Ellen and customer service goes to me. So. Already did. Then we're good. I haven't done real good with email this weekend. So many things going on.
So,
John, if you need to get other folks out before mine, Mojave Q is playing. No, we'll get everybody's out. It's just we right before we shut everything down that last week, we got some retailers and a distributor order in, and but we're good. We like to be busy.
Max.
I looked at the turret and I was
Plus, I've got to print out another one to put together for my YouTube video. So make sure that we've got one for y'all to watch how to put together. They're boosted, yeah. So it sounds like the chieftains are cutting in over there on the corner. Yes, the original Tusekis are out of stock. They are done, and as we move over into the dual cast with the Tuseki 2s. So the original Tusekis are gone.
ready for the next one. Ready for the next. Ready?
Red.
Yay!
We have a Todd card. He's walking a little funny, so he's ready to get back, a little payback here. No, aircraft are. Oh, it's on aircraft. Vehicles they can no. Vehicles cannot initiate a close assault, but they still get to roll a defensive roll. And if they have no weapons capable of doing damage because of minimum ranges, then they can avoid damage, but they can't do damage. But all they can try to do is keep from getting damage and try to get away.
Yes.
So there's several things I've got to do on the store and get cleaned up. It's got behind on some things. Somebody brought up earlier today, and I have not put the file up on the link on the Badger deal for downloading it. I will take care of that on Monday. I've got the files. I just didn't have a chance to get them loaded up. So. Yes, well, and that's kind of yeah. I mean, a Tuseki is a Tuseki, whether it's a 1 or a 2. So, yeah, if you want to use the original Tuseki in its original configuration, then yes, you would just use the Tuseki 2 model as the proxy. The only time that you're going to see like this multiple versions of the same model done is where we're moving older stuff into the dual cast. So as the originals, as we run out of those, we won't be replacing those. When are the Cobras coming? Those are on the top of the list, and we're looking at May and June to really get started on them. So we're finishing getting everything set up. We're making molds right now, so they are coming. The problem that we have with the Cobra, the Tuseki 2, and the Despot B is the company we bought the machinery off of did that as a test mold for me. So they did that all in-house so we could see how those figures turned out. And they really didn't, they put them all on one mold and didn't set it up for mass production. So I have the mold. We'll try to see if we can get some out of it. If not, we've got to go in and make 3 new molds. Just lots and lots to do. Take a vote online to the top model to be released. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. That will get lots of different titles there, and somebody will always be mad. But don't worry, we're going to get lots of stuff out. It's coming. Don't despair. Oh, we've got models coming up the hill. Everybody, look out, look out. Oh, we got some ECM popped. We got some double time going. You need more work. Yeah. I keep waiting for you to come up here and help, Jeff.
I moved up to.
But you used it to try to do a jam, right? Yeah. So it's not on.
I thought that's what is my.
You get to do 2. You either turn it on and block target locks, or you try to jam the other guy doing what he's doing.
That's probably all.
No, that's not the old rule. I mean, it's been adjusted a little bit, but to say you get to choose. You either activate your effect or you try to block their effect. You guys made an opposed roll to try to block his, so yours is not on. Right, it's on, but so the only thing, if his is on, he would be doing pluses, and if yours was on, you would be blocking target. Then both of you, then you'd have nothing going on. He is blocking target lock. Yeah. The Akula hovercraft sometimes as well, John. I've been converting the Amethyl.
Now, for the A guy that comes.
ECM and APA are 2 different things. He's giving a plus to somebody's hit. You're blocking target blocks. So
ECM does not.
If you declare that you're trying to block it, but then you do a post. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So like he could come in. This could be his move. He comes up. He activates his APA. All right. So if anybody during this activation gets a deal, then you get to activate, and then you decide you want to kill it. Then you'll make an opposed roll, and then his would be off, and you'd be done until the next activation. So.
Just to be clear, pick which one of those you're going.
Yeah. If he declares to do a block, everybody that's activated that's in that circle, everybody's making rolls. The one guy could come in and block 3 or 4 different guys if you're all in his circle of activation. Yeah. But each roll is made separately.
So you could knock one down.
Exactly.
Right, so this razor.
He's basically just flooding the area with whatever the deal, and whoever gets caught in it gets caught in it. You're my hero, Jeff. I guess I could have looked on the sheet too. Okay, and I guess I could have looked on the deal, but I'll get him to a point, and I'll say it out loud because I forgot about the other 2. And I actually did have the cheat sheet up here, so I guess I could have.
So I'm still a bit clear. Dating with
Dude, I wrote the rules and I still have to look. it's you know, it's I have so many things going on all the time, different things we're talking about, different parts of the game, and it just sometimes I have to go look.
yeah, sorry about that.
So yeah, I just wanted to say when you activate your ECM, you can use a special action. Okay, if you just turn it on, it automatically jams EST, chain fire pod, fire control, and target locks within the model, within its area of effect. Or you can choose to jam, and then you would make an opposed roll against anybody. Okay? Because that was where the chain, because we expanded it to cover EST, chain fire, anything that's electronic being exchanged, you're screwing it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, the basically the way it works didn't change. We just refined it a little bit, gave it made it have a little more pizzazz. So, and that's where some of the things have changed. This is things we had to add to it that you guys think up. Some of the crap you guys think up. Something. I guess I'm not smart enough to have thought all those things. Not diabolical enough, I guess. What do we got going on, James?
So we got the razors.
Okay.
and he's
Oh, so we've got the razor coming around the side over here trying to take out one of the chieftain variants. 3 hits. Ouch. Yeah, that's
one point.
oh, 1 glance. People ask sometimes when's the benefit of that, and that's salvo is here. Salvo is good for 2 things. It's one, if you have a really hard shot and you want to get that. Right. So salvo is really good for if you really got somebody hard that you're trying to get a high number, or if you're a lighter guy and you're trying to punch heavy armor. You can even, guys with enough weapons, even at the light recon stuff, can salvo and blow through something. When you get up close, though, and you get good numbers, you want to roll those individual attacks, because the more chances you have to put stuff out there, the more damage you can do. Unless it's a particle bolt gun. If it's a particle bolt gun, overcharge it, salvo, blow a 6 DT hole through somebody's skeevy little heart.
Long extreme.
All right, so we're here at the top of the. Let's we need to do a gift certificate. Let's give away a gift certificate. See here, that together. see here. See what we can. Three points of damage.
2 razors firing.
Ouch.
It just it
Big hole. That's very nice of you, Gimli, but you're certainly welcome to enter again. Everybody can win once a day. Oh, apparently the gift certificate's got everybody's attention. More entries going here. Looks like Todd got another card again. So
No, he got it, but I recon.
oh, he just reconned him out. We had to put the Cthulhu rule into effect.
Recon. That's the call for this game.
Get you a good look of stuff going on over there. No, it's got the side ones coming in. That's right there where all the stuff is going on. So the tank and your razor are like bingo right there. This is actually, yeah, look, this is a great shot. This is a money shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's the tank and there's the. So that's a good picture.
All right. This one's going to advance.
Oh. Now, if you want to move the camera, that's fine. James has decided he wants to be a camera guy. I think if you just pull on it, I think it's loose enough where it'll turn. Yeah, it's turning. The cameraman cometh. Lots of razors moving in on the wyvern. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. Look at that. We're even getting real sun glare off the glass on the pyramid. How's that? How is that for reality? We have the amazing disappearing ruler. Tape measure. It's funny. It sees the tape measure because of the yellow, so you can kind of there's it's like a predator effect.
Oh, no, right there.
Yeah, no, from the tape when you got the tape out, it's like you can see through the tape, but you can tell that the tape is there because it makes an invisible line through the board. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, apparently with there's just the little shades of green that's in the terrain. That's funny. It's like they're almost invisible warriors. We will be selling magical tape measures later today, so make sure you're ready to go. You may have a wyvern here in big trouble. I can see if I can get them to start rolling green dice just for you, Jeff. Then we'll have magical dice. Or even yellow. Possibly yellow. Yep. Yeah. Ross kills everybody. It's just part of his the way he rolls. Now make sure we're at 2 o'clock. We are switching over to Jeff, or not Jeff. Quit that, Jeff. Chris. He's going to be doing an hour of talking about our infantry figures. Make sure that if you stick around for that, tell him what you like, tell him what you don't like, tell him what you want to see. You know, give him feedback. He wants feedback, and you'll have a big effect on helping get that stuff decided. And he's only doing an hour today, so you know he's going to spend more time talking about. Yeah, it'll be recorded. Yeah, everything, the whole weekend's being recorded, so we'll put it up on the YouTube channel. Yeah, because you'll definitely want to come back and watch James Wapple going from 3 to whenever. The wyvern's in trouble, folks. We may have a moment of silence here. Oh, passed his pilot checks. They didn't fall down. So how much damage has he taken? Track 7, and he's 7 track. So one more and he's out of here. When you move that one column to the right and there's no more numbers, you're in big trouble. The abyss. You stare off into the abyss. Yes, yeah. And make sure to, if you win the gift certificate and you already have an order in, we will make sure that we'll get that added to your order. So we'll get you taken care of next week. Do the Death Blossom. The Racers just kind of did that to him. It doesn't wrap around. No, it doesn't. You go to that right column and it's nothing left.
Right.
If I win, I'm adding to the order. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. Is we're just you'll take your gift certificate, pick out $25 worth of additional items, and we'll add that to your order. So, or you can always wait and use it later. However, whatever floats your boat.
She's like, damn it, you got in my way.
Yeah, because we're not gonna go back and do any backtrack on an order, because since it's already gone through and you've been charged and everything, trying to take that back off will drive both of us crazy. So. All kinds of numbers being discussed over there. I won't bore you with I'll just give you the end result. Hi, Galvin Crafts. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a little CAV today. They're shooting the hell out of each other right now. We've all grouped together. This is
Oh,
turn 4, I believe.
it's a big 17.
A 17 hit mat crit.
All right, so let's do the little one first.
We've got a crit coming up here. 17 damage margin. Do what?
Switch to the overhead.
I can switch to the overhead.
Because we may actually.
Well, if he's
No, it is the critical hit.
yeah, if he's 17 over, you're already on the number.
We haven't done the math yet.
Oh,
You rolled a 17.
Yeah, it's
You did a 2. 15 over. RV.
15.
1 minus 4. 4.
17. That is an automatic 3 points of damage and a crit roll.
All right, so we're going to get a crit roll.
We get a crit roll. We're gonna see
Can we
what's.
get a drum roll.
Here we go.
Y'all want the crit roll, the other one's going to kill it.
The other one's going to kill it.
I know, but we want to see it. We want to see it
So
there.
8 full state knock. Loaded.
And 3 points of damage. Yeah.
So he's on 7. You needed a 2, 3.
Yeah. I believe we've got our first kill coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no coming back. Just popped it off. You're like,
Which one was that got killed?
What?
The wyvern on the would be on the top of the board on your map is no longer with us.
Just some smoking.
that's
All
the
right.
first.
That's first kill. First kill, not first blood, but first kill. That is just a greasy spot left there. So I am going to take a bio break right quick. I'm going to turn you over to James. I'll be back in a few
We
minutes.
need James for the next start.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Yeah, James got to turn over card, and then he'll get you there.
I can do all of it.
Go ahead.
All over. All right. All right, guys. So we just had our first critical hit. Actually, make it to the critical hit table. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a single unit. So yeah, as you wish, man. As you wish.
Go out the back.
So that was the end of that. Let's back up just a second to summarize here, so we can kind of amp a little bit for John. So what happened is Hugh drew a green card at the beginning of this last turn round. I can never keep those words straight. And it should have been his activation, but because we had a recon squad on the table, Todd was able to force Hugh's card to the bottom of the deck, still active, but the bottom of the deck. And he got lucky and got a red, which allowed him to activate his attack squad. He moved in, had a block line of sight that he thought he was going to get, but he managed to fire a white, correct? Was it a white?
White A.
Yeah, a white A, and got a critical hit with one of his Macs and a hit with the other Mac. Turns out the target number between APA, target lock, Wizzo, and everything, he needed anything but a 2 to hit. So he got a hit with a 5 and a hit with a 17. 17 became a crit, which was stunned and knocked down, was the model state that we got, plus the 3 points of damage, which all but finished off the poor wyvern. And then that last hit, the one that rolled a 5, did enough damage to polish off the wyvern. So it was a good play for the recon squad. So now we're about to start the beginning of the next turn, and we're going to see who gets the lucky activation.
Well, not next turn.
Oh, excuse me.
Phase.
Next phase. I'm just using the wrong words. That would be Hugh. Come on, Hugh. Time for some vengeance.
And the
Yes, Geoff, that is I, the Red Baron. What do you got left over there, Hugh? What's left to activate? Oh, you haven't gone at all? Oh my gosh, Todd is going in for the body blows. He's trying to knock him out early. Right. There is some pressure being applied. I guess you can see where those blue models are up close to the pyramid. Just on the other side of that pyramid, outside of what you can see right now, is the fire support squad that Hugh's got. It's packing plenty of power, but now it's at range of getting underrun, by which I mean Todd is getting close to being able to get inside its minimum range, which could be trouble. Jeff says, light them up, Hugh. Come on. Coconut donuts for everybody. Let's go. I don't know why I said that yesterday. I'm crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, somebody's having fun with it. Get the man a tourniquet. Pressure being applied. Hugh's in the tank. You see him? He's thinking. He's a veteran. Oh, he's going with the tanks. I love Hugh. You're my hero. I love tanks. Tanks are my favorite thing. Yeah, I got it. What are we gonna do with these grab tanks here, Hugh? Share your thoughts with us. They're kind of out on the flank. I don't know if you can see them. They're kind of underneath the CAV logo in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Hugh's got a squad of variant. What are they? Variant chieftains? So he's got 3 Max and a PPG, I believe. Trying to figure out how he can roll this back up to his advantage. Does that Highlander have ECM of some kind? Oh, maybe it's time to do some ECM damage here. Hugh has been suffering at the hands of Todd's APA2 and ECM. Hey, I like that idea, Dave. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, don't forget. Type looks like hashtag giftcert1 in there to get registered to win a gift certificate. I'm sure that we'll be drawing that here any minute now. Come on, Hugh, you got this. Done. Okay. So what are your actions you declared? I didn't hear your actions. Move, shoot, move. Okay. Okay. All right. Serious turn here. Is going to start with an ECM battle between his Highlander and the 2 Razors, I think, that are both causing all this mayhem. So we got a Shadow providing APA2 and a Razor who's blocking target locks, and Hugh's Highlander is going to attempt to break both of those here in a minute when it takes its activation. In the meantime, some chieftains are doing what? I can't see it from over here, gentlemen. Oh, so they're coming. Hey, can you tilt that will that camera pan over there where we can see? Not that I know how to switch it. All right, so leave it there, and when John gets back up, we'll get it switched. I'm not going to mess with it. God forbid I should break something. Yeah, me too, Dave. Dave, we're totally going to get that going. I've been painting up stuff for like crazy for this CAV thing. Hugh's checking some range. Maybe planning out a move. Okay. So Hugh says he's looking to. Hugh's got a model in point blank range, which is really dangerous for a Mac because Macs have minimum ranges, right? Yeah. So you got 2 inches to work with there, Hugh. Don't do it, Hugh. Don't do it, Hugh. Make your saving throw. You can do it, Hugh. You're good. Take a breath. Walk it off. I mean, it is Kansas.
All right.
All right, so you getting ready to roll? What are we doing first? We're going to try the block?
I gotta wait.
Yeah, that's an opposed thing. We got to wait for that. All right, Hugh. So give me some sense of what's going on over there. You're trying to, what's your plan? What are you trying to do here? Okay, that's a razor, right?
Yeah.
How many Macs do you have pointed at that razor?
3.
Okay, I wish I knew how to adjust the silly camera. So what's happening is right on the very edge of the board to the bottom of the screen as you're looking at it on Twitch, Todd has got a razor parked on the edge, threatening that Highlander, which again, you can't see. Good grief, this is terrible. Let's see if I can figure out how to change this camera. I have no idea. I do. No. Well, that at least lets you see a little bit of what's going on. Let's turn that one off. That's the main camera. I'm going to break something. John's going to punch me. I'm going to land in Oklahoma. There we go. There's the action we want to see. All right. So you see this razor here that's perched on the side of the board. That's a thorn in Hugh's side. It's endangering that Highlander. So the Highlander is the little grav tank perched near the top of the hill. It did a pop-up attack against that other cab at the bottom of the hill to your left, just last activation. Oh, on that one. Sorry. Okay. So does that razor that's there on the edge of the board have any damage on it? Don't think so? Okay. So you can see what's happened is these variant chieftains have moved up and they are going to try and hammer that poor little razor. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
All right. So let's pause. Let's summarize this.
Yeah.
I think what John said is this roll goes against everything that's in the range. So it's going to try and get rid of that target lock and the APA. So which one are you guys rolling for first? And what is the Highlander's level of ECM? So it's 2 versus 2 all the way around. Everything's level 2, straight dice. So which one are we rolling for first? Your call, Hugh. Hugh's trying to block the APA. What did we get? Oh my God, John told you guys not to do that because he can't remember the rule. All right, we're just gonna wing it. You two are the worst. Okay, stop. All right. So here's what's happened, right? So we're doing an opposed roll. Hugh's Highlander is going off against the Razor's doing the Razor's doing the APA 2.
Oh, no,
So
sorry.
Shadow's doing the APA 2. So it's an opposed roll. They're both the same level, okay? So they both rolled 2 dice. They rolled an 8. They tied, which John specifically told them not to do. That's fine. It's okay. John will be here in a minute. So in the meantime, I mean, we're gamers. We know how to handle this. Just roll a d6 to see which one of us really won. They tied. Okay, do it again. They rolled another d6. They tied again. Holy coconut donuts, Batman. What do we got?
Okay.
All right.
Eked it by 1.
So finally, Todd manages to. I mean, this is like I can see here we got like cyber technology running around in the ether, like 70 ways from Sunday. What happens on a tie? They tied a. Okay, so we just go with what you guys did.
We'll resolve it with the die roll.
We'll figure that out later. So what happened is the APA 2 survives. Just roll off. All right. So now we're going to try and block the ECM. Darn. Todd definitely brought the superior electronics to this battle.
That's not.
It is. It's kind of true.
Well, no, ADON's the APA.
Okay. So are you going downstairs? You, Mr. Todd. You already did. Okay, so you're back over here then. I'm going to turn you back over to the person that knows what they're doing. Hold on.
I don't know how to go that far.
So now this PVG. He stayed exact.
Gotcha.
So
Hey, so let's give away gift certificates this week. And then here, let's get this here.
overdrive.
All right.
That's short range.
It's not point blank.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a
Six. Double time.
All right. Let's be caught up here on your all's.
No.
Yes.
Overdrive.
You only lose it.
There's people you tried to overdrive.
Oh,
miss, and overdrive.
yeah, I only lose.
Okay.
I didn't roll.
So he just
2.
loses it for a turn, unless it was a crit.
Yeah.
Double 1. Yeah.
I didn't roll a 2 when I was.
Okay.
Okay. One's at.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor Dude. All right. Let's see. You guys are so gracious, even in loss. That'll get me 3 more Kodiaks. Why, it probably would. Yeah, because I know you've got an order in already. We'll get you straightened up so you can add to the order.
I really want to get rid of. I know.
You can kill.
Right, but. Oh, yeah. John has the cards, I think.
Are you ready for a card? Because I have been turned over and officially been given the green card. So Todd gets, or Hugh gets to go. How many cons I can fit in the Badger? I think a good 6 probably. I mean, oh, how many cons can you fit in about? Oh, probably. Yeah. I got Kodiak. I got Kodiak on the brain. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can stack those cons in there. That's the card I just drew. You are correct, huh? I know. Did he finally land? You can tell we're getting, spring is here. Yes. The fly is in the building. I meant to grab the fly swatter down there on tail. I forgot. Tag is unaffected by ECM. You are correct. Yes, you cannot jam a tag. So that's where you can't use. Well, smoke. I'm just saying. Well, it's not jamming, but tag will allow you to fire without. You don't get your advanced targeting computer, but you can use it when others cannot. We are at 1:36, guys, so we've got about 19 minutes, 20 minutes. Right, we just have to switch over to let Chris stream, so.
Yeah.
If they keep going, I'll give you updates as we go. And Jeff, stop screaming at me.
Finally! Right. General rules.
We'll go with your APA.
Yeah, if the only time a cock dice comes into the deal is, again, if something would move and make it roll, or if one side is predominant, then that's the side you go with. Yeah. The tokens that they are using out there, these are ones that we're testing, and they're not finalized yet, but they're like the double arrow one you see is double time. They're also using them for who's got ECM, who's got APA. I think there's a couple of suppressed guys on the other side, so they're just kind of keeping track of states and stuff that's going on. You know, we got to do whatever we can do to make our game more complicated. When you've got so many, target locks, it's when there's just so much stuff going on out there with this many units and stuff, it just helps keep it sorted. And it's a selfless plug that someday we'll start selling them. So we expect everybody to have sets. Suppressed is the circle with the, no, that's knocked out. Yeah, suppressed is the one with the big X on it. Two little eyes and a deal here. Would you hold that up in front of that camera over there so we can see what the suppressed is? James is going to put it in front of the camera there and there. That's the suppressed guy. We try to be cute with our tokens. No, you're fine. Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, it helps you with just the memory side of it. Is you know, when you're trying to figure out numbers, and both of you can look down there and go, oh, wait a minute, he's supposed to have double time. So. The Overwatch token is getting double duty. Is the side that's up that says Overwatch is that if you turn it upside down, we're using that for target points for strike point rolls. Correct. Also, now that we're using stationary for no moves, yeah. So that keeps that track too. It's one right now, but it's gonna become two.
Ooh, provisional.
Yeah. Well, here's what it is. It was supposed to be two. I didn't put it in the original rule set. That's the deal. So then I was like, no, it needs to be in there. I need to keep people moving or whatever. It was going to go back to two, and Ross and you guys talked me into one. So
Ross.
more Ross. Okay. More Ross than the rest of you. So anyway, but what that ended up doing is by doing one instead of two, it put an extra state in there. So by going to two, we can get rid of stationary and it'll be the immobile or whatever the other one is. And I think that makes more sense because you get +2 for double time, -2 for not moving. So yeah, so it's all Ross's fault. But as the official rule right now, stationary is -1 or +1. Ross's rule. Yeah.
And the strike point
on the shadow.
I don't know, Chandler. I may do both. The cool thing about the MDF is you would be able to go in and color them however you want to, whereas the acrylic would be more kind of stuck with what it is. So I probably will end up doing both. The cool thing about acrylics is we could probably do faction specific sets, you know, so red for rock and all that good stuff.
Oh.
But no.
I think those barely just fell out of the line.
Ding, 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 ding.
Kind of...
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. The MDF, you can go in and paint whatever color you wanted to if you wanted, you know, because the stuff is engraved in there, so it wouldn't be very hard to fill with one paint color and stuff like that. So.
These are target points.
Changing the dice.
Uh-oh. Hugh had a dice emergency. So he is.
Remember the old wrestling? He's got a damn steel chair.
Yeah, he's got a steel chair. Run! Look out! We got a death match. The cool thing that I tried to do with these is, you know, originally I was going to try to do, you know, this one in this color and that one in that color, but instead of doing all that, I gave each one their own shapes.
What are we doing now?
So that way across the board, you know, you can see the shape and you'll know what it is. Well, I would make sure that the colors would be good and like neon. Yeah, no, the shapes are really good because the only things that share are like suppressed and knocked down and stunned. Those are all circles, but they're all kind of the same kind of deal. So you know that. So you know it's one of those three, but everything else has its own shape. I said I put a picture up of them some point last year when I was originally working on them, and then I got sidetracked on something else. So if you go back and look, there's a picture of the. Let me go see. Maybe I can go find it right quick.
Vibration. What the hell?
Let's see. Back and look at our photos and possibly find the picture. Maybe. All right, they got done with that one, and now they're going to do another one here. It's only got one thing on it.
In my last one, everything. We can get.
Let's see here. No, they're here somewhere. Or maybe not. Or did I put those up in? I might have put those up in the HQ one. Let's go look up. Photos.
More than 6. 9.
Oh, here we go. Now there's a couple of things that's changed since these were, but they're pretty. It's pretty. All right, so let's go in here and we're gonna go. Okay, so here, this is an early picture of the tokens. Well, they'll even if they're the acrylic and in faction colors, they'll still be shapes. They'll just be in one color, like all red and all green or whatever. So, all right. Question for James: the dragons you did last year were freehand, right, on the planes? Yes, yes, they were. He did that with a brush. Yeah, I tried to be cute with some of them. And like I said, I know that there's been some that's changed a little bit, but that's pretty set there. I was showing him the picture I had of the tokens that I put up last time when I very first started working on them. I think I added some and changed a couple, but is the nap of the earth still in the plane shape? Okay. Yeah, because the plane is like on a hex now, so. Well, and that's, you got to find the right kind of acrylic with the right, because some acrylic the laser will cause it to change color and some of it won't. It just depends on what kind of acrylic you use. So it's something I need to play with, but we'll work it out. Worst case is if you get like the acrylic ones and the stuff is engraved in there. It's very easy to take a little bit of paint and just wipe it across there, and it'll stay in the engraving, and you can make the inside whatever color you want. So it's a little harder to do that with the MDF because the MDF can absorb the paint, whereas acrylic, it's just like putting paint on glass. And then set it aside, let it dry. Voila, you have nice stuff deal. Yeah. Yeah. James is telling me how he wants acrylic data cards.
You know,
DNA. If you share the target,
yeah.
Well, that's what the EST one is for. Is just when you activate your EST. So. Well, and like I said, Elman, probably I'll probably do both. I mean, I'll do at least some version of an acrylic one and then the MDF one. So it all works the same. Yeah, and you can actually get acrylic that is one color on the outside and another color on the inside. And if you get the laser set up just right, you'll burn through the top layer and can see the second one. And that might be something. You see that a lot in the older back in the day with the little like a nameplate. You know, you get like a nameplate on your desk or whatever. You know, it's got a white core with a black outside, and they etch the name in there, and you see the letters. So what'll happen here as we get closer here in a few minutes? I will be getting off, and we will stop our feed for a moment, and then Chris will be coming on. So just as soon as we're off, he's on. So we are well coordinated here. We are a well-oiled machine. Right, bloody. That's what we talked about earlier. Is I mean the MDF, it gives you the ability to paint them however you want. And you could probably primer them or paint them all one color, and then do the kind of drag the paint across there to fill into the deal. Hypothetical, you're starting a Ritter force and you're looking at a unit of tanks, Lions or Wolverines. Ooh, that's a tough one. Don't the Lions have the particle bolt guns, don't they? And then the Wolverines have the Max. Bye, Jeff. Take care. I mean, I can't remember. I think they're have two different weapon types. So I think one's a short range and one's a long range. So it's really what you want to go for. Right. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So the Lion with the particle bolt guns, I think the Lions have particle bolt guns and a little heavier armor, and then the Wolverines have the heavy max and a little lighter armor. So it's just kind of preference if you want to be up in their face, kind of a deal. Something to take into account too is if you're going to get close quarters with the Lions having particle bolt cannons, if they get close to salt, they would be able to do damage, whereas the heavy max wouldn't too. So that's something to kind of figure in there. But anyway, there'll be like a 1 minute pause as we make this switch over. So they are just blasting the living tar out of each other over there. So they've all got closed. The fire support is paying the price of not having short range weapons. So
who said the fire support doesn't?
I'm making stuff up as I go. I'm making it sound more exciting than it really is.
Bishops have in
we've got 6 minutes. Yeah, of screen time. I mean, you guys can play as long as you want to play, but we are going off in 6 minutes, and then Chris is coming on. I do it all the time, Gimli. That's what they get mad at me over. Oh heck, John, he just makes a new rule up. Whatever. So what's going to end up happening, and then just FYI, since I'll be in the chat, but so when Chris is done at 3:00, Chris will be pushing everybody off of our feed over to James once he goes live, and then we will be. Yeah, they're still on. Yeah, they'll be, and then we'll still be hosting it through ours. So, like I said, you can watch it on either feed. But if you're watching it on our feed and you type something in there, James will not be able to see it. So, unless somebody that's in both shares it or whatever. So it's up to you. But anything else that you guys want to ask before I'll be around in chat off and on and covering everything. So if you have some questions or whatever. But will the rest of this game be recorded? It will not. Unfortunately, because of the way our stuff is set up, I cannot. I don't think so, without messing everything up. That is not thinking ahead, Mayor Dude, on my fault. So, we'll try to get some pictures of stuff that goes on and kind of do a battle report. We can do that later, if that'll work. We'll see. I'll see if I can figure it out, and maybe I can get it recorded, but we'll see. They'll just have to redo it later. Yeah. Oh, look at that! The Javelineer is coming up in the end of the battle. He's ready to go. Don't forget to take his damage dice with him. He'll take his little rabbit turd with him. And I'm sorry, the table's moving. It's a belly quake. So. So did we have somebody else die over there?
Yeah.
Oh, the other wyvern got killed. Just in case that got wiped out while I was contemplating life with you guys. So the Adenese has 2 dead. The Malvernans don't have anybody dead, right? Yes, the Reaver is just kind of hobbling along.
He did finish off the
He did in his last deal. So the racks weren't that bad. So, and I think Bloody Lemming, are you still on here? Are you still paying attention? Yes, you're still here. Are you paying attention to me? Yes. Make sure today, I mean, I know that you're working on sculpting, and I'm assuming more on the infantry or stuff like that. Make sure you kind of talk to everybody about not so much the sculpting side of it, but just plans that you have, plans that we've talked about, things that you want to do, suggestions from other people, things that they want to see, be very informative, as opposed to, because I don't think we have a lot of fledgling sculptors in the room right now. So just an idea, suggestion. And I will send you a text in a little bit with the information that you'll need to do at the end of your show to push everybody over to Wapple. So don't log off until you know when to. I think can you go a little long? Yeah, no, just tell me when you're ready to go. We're good. We'll let you work it out. And I think you got a lot more people in here. I think you're going to get some questions. So if not, we'll throw you some questions. Right, so Chris is fixing his mic, so I will continue to babble on here for a minute. So just hold on. We're good. Oh, he's fixed. Okay. All right. So are you ready then, Chris? Well, apparently not. You lost it. We got was that the shadow bought it, huh? Malvern's just lost the shadow is dead.
Yeah, over here on that side is gone.
The shadow is no longer a shadow. We're still on for a couple of minutes. Chris is having some sound problems.
Are we ready for the cars?
We're ready for it. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Wow, check you out.
3 in a row.
I take it you're.
Yes. It's gone. Immediately gone. Yes. 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 Yeah, what the question was is if you had a model that was currently doing ECM or APA or whatever, and it's killed, what happens to that effect for the remainder of the activation or whatever? And it is gone. When he's dead, it's gone. Immediately. 2 o'clock is just a bad time for us to change anything over, it seems like. We have problems at this time every day. Yeah, if it's just an overheat on the particle bolt gun, it's one turn. Do. I thought, is there not an overheat? Maybe not. It's over with now. I'll need to make one of those. Another one to add.
We don't need that. We need that either.
I thought there was one on here, but we will put that on there.
Hot smoke and move it.
Yep.
So now you want to select it for.
Oh man, don't be doing smoke because I didn't cut out the smoke things. I mean, line of sight, it's not blocked. I think it just counts as covered, doesn't it? Yeah. It does block tag, though.
Is there
Yes.
glow down here?
No, actually, I made a template, a thing for smoke, and I didn't cut it out because I was like, oh, no, we won't have any smoke. And needless to say, guess what? They did smoke.
Sorry.
Okay. How are we coming, Chris? Can you hear me or not? You may have to restart the program, and sometimes with the OBS, depending on the order everything's turned in or plugged in, it causes a problem. I have the same thing happen with cameras every once in a while. When my mic does that, if it's USB especially, I just unplug it and then plug it back in, and it seems to find it.
Now he's on a.
There is a knockdown.
Hey, John.
No, he falls where he's at. Yeah, you probably just need to reboot everything. So the Razor just got blasted and got knocked down.
Yeah, and suppressed.
And suppressed.
He took a Mac. Critical hit Mac point.
Critical hit from a Mac right in the face.
That means that there's a way.
Yeah, he's not. Listen until the actor. Question.
That what now? He lost double time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Almost
Correct. Yeah. Because you're not really moving now. Yes. Yeah, because I think was that you and me, James, that were talking about the discussion about with Overwatch or whatever, if you shot one while they were going and knocked him down in double time, yeah.
They can't stand up.
Right. He gets the double time for the purposes of that shot,
right,
because he is moving. But if you knock him down because of that attack, then the next guy that shoots him isn't. So. Okay, well, so we got Chris rebooting his computer. Let's all cross our fingers and hope that that's going to fix it. So you may be getting less than an hour of Chris today. I'll give him another minute. If not, if this doesn't fix it, then we will just stay on and keep going with the game until James is ready.
Closer.
You're suppressed. Stop suppressing me.
Help, I'm being repressed.
Yes, we're being suppressed.
Suppressed and knocked down.
Because I know that everybody would love to hear another 53 minutes of my witty banter.
Just like
It's a cocked die, so it's automatically an 8.
Okay.
See how that comes back and gets you.
It's an 8. He's done.
Yeah, I have that every blue moon. I don't know if it's a deal or what. So are you ready then, Chris? Okay, so I'm signing off, and Chris will come right back on the feed. So stay in the chat room. We're good to go. We'll see y'all here in a little bit later.